Hello, everybody, and welcome to 38 Weeks to Go, the interview. Now, for the second week in a row, we have Alex Mutune. Goodness, this man is going to kill us.
Thanks for having me back. Very honest, I'm shocked to be here, seeing what type of game week it was.
Welcome back. It seems like, last week I said I hope to interview you next week. Goodness, I didn't know that I have the gift of gab.
Yeah, you don't know that.
So, tell me, what did you make of Game Week 2?
I think game week 2 was really hard on everyone as a whole. I mean, I thought I had a solid team, but I managed only like 66 points. So as I said, I'm shocked that I'm still top this week in this league. But shockingly, all the other leagues I'm in as well all really got like poor results.
Now, that was a good point, Hall, because the average was 44 and you had 66. I mean, the highest was 120, but the highest is always the highest. It's always some random 100 thing, but 66 is respectable. Not only are you number one, but you're the highest point tally in the group.
Yeah,
because I'm the second highest point tally in the group with 59. But well done, man. I saw your decision to captain Salah.
Yep. That kind of worked for me. And as I told you last time, once the differential works for you, because most people captain Haaland for sure, and he didn't have any returns on the game and he blanked. And luckily, Salah got a penalty and he put that away. So that was good.
I won't lie. So I looked at your team before the match and I saw you had Salah's captain. So I was just like, yes, Haaland is going to do this. And so when Salah missed the penalty, I was so happy. And then Haaland went on to do nothing. And I feel like a fool. You were wise. You made the right call. That's why you're at the top. You make the good decisions.
Yeah. And as I told you, if I had Salah from game week 1, there was no reason to put him on my squad if I wasn't sure of captaining him in game week 2. Otherwise, it would just be a waste of a lot of money. So yeah, that worked out. And of course, De Bruyne getting injured has also worked out in my favor as well. So yeah.
Oh, that's true. I guess he would have been the one to give Haaland all those goals.
Yeah.
So, who was the biggest overperformer in your team?
Biggest overperformer in my team? Buemo and Mitoma did well, but Mitoma's goal was really, really, really good, and I was happy about the points he gave in as well. But the shocking haul in my team was I had Pinnock on the bench, and luckily he came and saved me 7 points. That keep me a clean sheet.
Oh, yes. I'm looking at your team, and I'm seeing that at the back you have, oh goodness, Baldock, Stones, and Mubama. Each got 0-0-0, so that's the disadvantage of having a heavy, strong team. The bench tends to suffer.
Yep. I had started with Stones, but obviously we found out now he's injured for a couple of weeks, so yeah.
Will you be changing him out of your team?
Oh, definitely. I thought about doing it last week, but I didn't want to give up the 2 changes that I could get this week. So he's definitely gone.
Who are you thinking to bring on?
Well, now his value's really gone down, and so is Gabriel. So I thought I'd take both of them out and bring in Chilwell and someone else. But now I can't even afford Chilwell, so he's out of
your price
margin. Yeah.
Wait, you're saying Gabriel's price has gone down?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's a shame. That man has let me down.
Yep, it's gone down from 5.0 to 4.9.
Goodness. I'm looking at your team and I'm seeing Gabriel and João Pedro were your poorest performers with 1 and 0.
Yeah, João Pedro didn't play. It's the worst thing about rotation. They've got a lot of strikers there, rather attacking players at Brighton.
Will you be thinking of moving him?
No, I'm keeping him. I just can't afford to not keep him. Tomiyasu got injured, so am I going to say again that there's a chance? Was it Tomiyasu who got injured?
Yeah, he got a red card.
Got a red card, yes, he got a red card. So there's a chance that Gabriel might start again, but am I willing to take that chance? And then he drops another 0.1, and then I've lost quite my bargaining part chip there, so I don't know. I haven't decided completely on it.
Okay. Do you have any biggest regrets?
Yeah, Stones and Gabriel. Both of them. I honestly picked Gabriel over Saliba because Gabriel was probably better going forward and might probably score goals going forward. So I made that last minute decision to take him instead of Saliba. And also with Stones, I last minute as well, same reason. I thought he'd probably score more goals than Diaz would. judging by what we saw in preseason. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those two have really disappointed me. So it is what it is.
True. I'm saying Bumo, just like my team, Bumo was your highest performer with 16 points.
Yeah.
Do you think this will make him be a candidate for captain this coming weekend?
No.
No?
No. Not a chance.
It's Haaland.
It's Haaland, yeah. Now you've got to go back to Haaland. I took the risk and it paid off. So, yeah, you go back to him. I don't think he's going to blank twice in a row. And they have West Ham. No, they have
It's
Sheffield. Yeah, no. Yeah, back to Erling.
Okay. How are you going to approach this weekend?
I don't know. This is kind of like last chance for Rashford to like bring in some returns. Otherwise, he's not justifying leaving him on the team. He's playing down the middle, so it's not working for him, and he's not scoring anything. So hoping that Rashford against Nottingham Forest, he gets some returns there. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, I'm having the same predicament. I have Rashford in my team, and at 9.0, goodness, that's too much money to do nothing.
Exactly.
I'd rather have Foden, who will be 6.5 or 7.5, something like that, and at least he's contributing to the team's progress.
Yeah, I did think about putting Foden, but same argument I made last time with rotation with Pep. You don't know what he's going to do, and obviously they're getting a new signing, so I don't know I forgot what his name is.
Is it Doku?
So yeah, it's Doku. So I don't know if that's going to change where Foden is playing. Is he going to keep playing Foden and Alvarez? Yeah, it's just as I told you, City players you can never know. But he's in my thinking process of who to play in the midfield.
I understand. I mean, I wanted to bring on a Man City defender. I don't know who. I want to remove Stones and replace him with a defender from Man City, but I'm like, the person I choose, Pep will remove from my team.
Yeah, that's a hard one as well. I thought about that because there's Diaz, Akanji, and Walker. Now Walker's been solid, but
and Vardiol.
And Vardiol, but Walker's been solid, but you don't know. They still have what's the man who came from Bayern, who was on loan at Bayern? Cancelo.
Oh, is he still there?
Yeah, I think he's still there.
I think that one is done. I think he's not going to play.
He's done.
Yeah, I think he really needs to like apologize to Pep in, I don't know, with flowers or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, the person who you'd think would bring the biggest returns there would be Walker. So, and they're all about the same price, I think. So,
but the thing about Walker is that he doesn't really have an assist in him. Like, you know how you think about Trippier and like what's this guy called? Trent. He doesn't have that crossing thing where you believe that he will be a good passer of the ball. And so I think people really look away from him for that reason. Were you surprised when Saka didn't take the penalty in the game against Arsenal? I mean, against Crystal Palace?
Yeah, I was shocked, surprised, annoyed, a little bit annoyed because I got edged out by someone in another group because of that. Yeah, it's caused quite a bit of drama, actually. After the interviews, Arteta was unaware of it. He said they decided on the pitch. Odegaard just came and asked Saka, can I take it? Saka's like, yeah, sure. And I read somewhere that apparently Odegaard has been like outscoring him on penalties during training. So I don't know if this is the future of penalty taking, because now Saka kind of loses his returns if he's not on penalties. But an up in the air question, yeah.
Okay. And speaking of penalty takers, back in London, Chelsea, Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah.
And the Chelsea team, they're playing Luton this weekend. Will any Chelsea player make your team?
Well, I can't afford the player that I want, which was Chilwell. And obviously, everyone's targeting Luton whenever it comes. That's probably a lot of our managers would have transferred into Chelsea a little bit. But they're not playing well. So I don't know. But this is the game I was going to get Chilwell because I thought he'd get a goal or assist. But I don't see it happening now. As I said, I don't have the money to get him.
What about the right back? Malo Gusto, the guy who is replacing Reece James.
So I thought about Gusto, but in the long run, I don't know if Gusto will be a person I keep. I know Reece is out, but I don't know how long that's going to last. It's actually a good bet. It is. He is affordable, but he's not in my long-term plan. So it's not a player I'll keep for more than 2 games, and then that means I've just wasted another transfer.
Okay. So are you saying that when you're thinking about making your team, you think about the long haul?
Yeah, I'm always thinking about at least... Sorry?
You're not just thinking about the quick gains.
No, when I chose my squad, I already had like a plan for the first 6 games of what I was going to do. But now that's out the window, and now I'm thinking, what can I do for the next 4 games before to get back on track?
Wait.
So
You're number one, and you're saying the
yeah.
plan is out of the window. Why is it out of the window?
Well, it's not out the window, but I expected a different value in my players at this point, and I've lost a lot of value in my team because of Stones and Gabriel. So there was like a six week plan from the beginning of the fantasy league, and what I do once I get to the 6 weeks.
Okay, last week we spoke a little bit about unpredictability, and I guess Gabriel and Stones have brought that aspect out of unpredictability, which means now, like you're saying, you have to adjust. So would the tactic be to move from these City players, this City and Arsenal players, to more Arsenal and City players?
No, I still think the Arsenal players are worth having. I told you I really struggled with which three, the three, Odegaard, Saka, and Martinelli. But obviously Martinelli was not going to get as much game point time because Trossard is there. So I didn't even put Odegaard in my squad because I thought Rashford would be having more game time with him being almost the lone striker. And if he's not playing at 9, he'll probably play off the wing. So I was giving him a chance, but he hasn't delivered. So I might just go to Odegaard if Rashford doesn't deliver in the next game or 2.
Oh, wow. So you really believe in the Arsenal midfielder?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I feel that they score a lot of points.
Why not double down on Brighton and get March?
Well, I can't because I have Estepinian, Mitoma, and João Pedro.
Okay. So now looking back at Gameweek 2, were there any surprising results for you or player performances that stood out for you?
Obviously, the Chelsea won 3-1. That was very shocking, and also Caicedo's bad start to his Chelsea career. It was, oh my God, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was a horrible debut.
For a person like that, yeah, it wasn't great. So that was the shocking game for me. Yeah, I think so. That was it. And Haaland not blanking, I kind of thought it would happen, so I'm happy it did happen.
Yeah, I mean, you made a good call. That was a good call. Props to you, man. Because I was just like, Haaland. You'd think I'm his son or something. I need to learn to just think that there are other players and believe in other players. But my problem is, when I see Haaland, I see prime Ronaldo phenomenal, and I just think, no one can stop this guy, and he's gonna score.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Don't worry, you're not the only one.
Yeah, and after just saying that, he's going to be my captain. They're playing Sheffield. It's going to be a walkover.
Well, we'll hope for that, yeah. But yeah, I'm putting him back on captain, so at least that I'm happy that I got some points off him. So I'll break even with anyone who's got him as captain, which is great. Unless Salah does some I don't know, they're playing Newcastle, so that's a really tough game for him to really score as many as Haaland has against Sheffield.
As a Liverpool fan,
yeah,
are you encouraged by what you saw in Jota? Would he be now somebody you'd consider in the near future?
Yeah, I was impressed with Jota. Yeah, he's pulled massive points there. Anyone who had him at least was really happy with his returns, especially because they're playing him up front in terms of midfielder. So it's really great to see that. But again, as I said, Klopp can rotate him at any point. Like the Nunes hasn't played a game. Gakpo can play up front. They can add an extra midfielder. McAllister is still going to play the next game because his red card was not upheld or something of the sort. So they appealed. So yeah, so it's really hard to pick a Liverpool attack. I did think of Diaz though.
Ooh, yeah, Diaz is a good call as well.
Yeah, and
I'm really surprised because I really thought it would be Gakpo and Nunez making people's decisions difficult, but so far nothing.
Yeah, and Nunez had a great preseason, but he hasn't started a game. It's just like, so I'm happy I didn't start with him. He was in the thinking process when he came to having a striker.
Oh, looking forward to now Gameweek 3. How are you feeling about the matchups? Are there any games that look inviting for points for you?
Yeah, I said the Chelsea one, but not for me, apparently. Not points for me, because I'm probably not going to have a Chelsea player. Well, I don't know. We'll see on Friday morning. As I said, I usually make my decision on Friday morning. I'm hoping, obviously, Haaland to get Sheffield. That's one. And Man U versus Burnley. Yeah, let's hope Rashford scores a hat-trick and he changes
No,
the
it's
momentum.
Man U Nottingham Forest.
Oh, it's Man U Nottingham Forest. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Man U apparently just played Burnley closed doors and they lost. Is that a rumor? Anyway.
Oh, really? I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't
Anyway,
surprise me.
so,
Their form has been horrible.
yeah.
And Spurs just exposed them.
Yeah. Spurs are playing well. I don't know if they will play well with Madison being injured, so that's another one. I was thinking about Madison in my squad as well.
And they're playing Bournemouth, so that could be an interesting game.
There's no Madison, so we'll see how they'll cope without him.
How are you feeling about Newcastle Liverpool? Do you think your guys will make it out?
I don't know. I hope they do. I hope it's not another Chelsea 1-1 situation. I hope they completely destroy them, but you can never know. Liverpool are really they'll obviously leak a goal. I don't know what's going on back there, but they will leak a goal. It's how many goals they can put past that defense.
You've just said something that has really made me feel bad because I have Alisson in my team, and for some reason I chose him over Edison.
Yeah. That Liverpool defense will always leak a goal. They're not as solid as they were before COVID or at COVID.
Yeah, it's crazy. And what about Aston Villa versus Burnley? How do you think that one will go?
Aston Villa versus Burnley. I feel that Aston Villa on form now, and Unai is doing really well with that team, so I'll give Aston Villa that game. Burnley just lose.
No, they didn't play because of Luton's home ground thing. You know, they can't play at home because they have basically the grounds are too small and they're trying to make some renovations to increase the capacity or maybe the passageway for fans to come through. It's not very clear for me, but there are some works going on.
With its company at the helm there. I'm giving that to Unai's team.
Okay.
Probably 2-1, 2-0.
And now for the people who are languishing at the bottom and in the mid-table, the people who are looking up at you and wondering how to catch you, what advice would you give to fellow managers in this week coming forward?
I don't know. After this game week 2, I was really shocked. So I don't know. Any advice I'd give you is don't rely on the old reliables, if that makes any sense at all. Because everyone that we rely, or the usual people who rely on Haaland scoring goals, Saka taking a penalty, Chelsea winning their game, it was just all over the place.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because that's the mistake I made. I went for Haaland. I saw people going for Saka. And you're right, the old guard didn't show up in the way they're supposed to. And the average for this week was 44 points.
Yeah.
Last week was 64, something like that.
Yeah. So I'd say, just as I said, I always say look for the differentials. Look for a way that bet on someone probably most people won't. He's probably a good replacement, but he's not like 44% of fantasy Premier League people. So yeah, that's what I'd say. If you have anything.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you've got Haaland as your captain?
He's the probable choice as captain.
Okay. All right. So I thank you for coming on again. Thank you for keeping on leading. You have, I think you've opened a 20 to 30 point gap.
That's nice.
We're going to try and catch up with you. But until then, stay safe and we shall be hopefully talking soon.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Good luck to everyone this week.
Thank you for joining us. We hope that you will join us again next time. Take care.